Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.
Freedom's the answer. What's the question? You're listening to Ernest Hancock.
Welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock. I wanted to go ahead and finish up with this walletvoting.com effort that we're doing in Phoenix. What the heck does wallet voting and this advocacy of gold and silver and junk silver and exchange and bartering and all that, what the heck does that have to do with parking meters? I don't know. Let's take a walk through my abstract mind and see if I can make the link. One of the other things that we have on Freedom's Phoenix today, if you look at it, it's towards the top. Here it says, the Liberty Trade Net Project. Trade using sound money for a sound future. Tom Westbrook is a Uber Intel computer geek that's for a long time, years, he kind of got it going and he changed it and he moved it over to Drupal and he put modules in, yada, yada, yada. And he got it finished in time for us to promote before this weekend. LibertyTrade.net mission statement. Create an internet tool that will facilitate trade using physical and digital sound money currencies. I suggest that you go there to check this out. LibertyTrade.net. Now, what it does, I'll go ahead and open up the page here for those of you online. What it is a combination of, best way to explain it, of Craigslist and eBay. What you can do is you can post pictures, you can, bid, you can communicate, you can even do some kind of, event stuff and all kinds of things. He took the attributes of Craigslist and eBay and kind of combined them. The only special thing that he did, though, is that you can select, instead of how much money, I put up, this is going to, like an eBay thing, bidding price starts at, $5, or we have, it's for $20 that I sell it. You can have it converted into any currency. Old silver, grams of gold, ounces of silver, Federal Reserve notes, whatever you want. This is the beginning process of the alternative economy. Here we go. So I just wanted you to know this is part of a much larger thing. We have a smartphone app that was done. Nick Barnett and friends had created an Android. I got it on my Droid right now. You just put, I need to get $20. All right, how many dime Nick cord did in the old type? Boom, that many. Boom, done. There it is. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen. We haven't even launched it yet. Okay, that's just this Saturday, and we're already getting everything ready, the artwork and different promotional things. But I always had this thing in the back of my head about doing the parking meter thing, and hopefully you'll understand why after I read this for you. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up on the other computers so you can see that. And do this. Bear with me. Now, because this is important for you to understand how my mind works and why, and I think you'll appreciate it, and only a lot of the people listening to this show would probably get it. Now, this is from a national talk show host that's supportive of the stuff that we do, and he wanted to know why I did it. He's more conservative, neo-Republican type, okay? And he's like, why is someone paying for citizens' parking meters, and what does it have to do with moving to a real money gold-silver system? Simple and abstract reasoning follows. Back in the early 80s, I was a young restaurant manager that had an idea for a Christmas promotion. We would go to the downtown area of a small Pennsylvania town and put coins in the parking meters and a coupon on the cars, informing them of our gift. Days later, I learned that this small town didn't charge for parking during Christmas holidays, but the campaign was a great success anyway, and people appreciated it more than I anticipated. For 25 years, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get the same emotion generated towards something important. Freedom's Phoenix was always on the list, and the Ron Paul Lovolution too. I mean, I've been thinking about this for a long time. It just never really, came together. I mean, I got so many things I'm doing. Freedom's Phoenix was always on the list, but the enthusiasm of activists doing the work is always needed to make something like this work for long enough to have a lasting impact and naturally create a reaction from government and the media. WalletVoting.com is perfect. WalletVoting.com is a special edition on Freedom's Phoenix. It involves coins that people individually place in a machine that goes to the government. WalletVoting.com instructs them about the real value of some coins, and the goal is to get them to even look at the site or at least begin to recognize the logo as the campaign progresses. It takes almost no extra time to check the coin for real value before feeding the state with it. We know people that work at various coin-operated government facilities that comb through the coins and exchange newer ones for the much more valuable older ones. And the people are educated with the new information that they are likely to share with others. But the goodwill generated towards the effort is worth a lot more than the nickel. So, what does this project have to do with silver and 90% silver U.S. minted coins? More than you might think at first glance. But the real goal is to create buzz, generate a reaction from government and the media, and to have fun while generating a positive emotion from those helped. And the bonus of developing an understanding that we are defending them from the state. We fed your meters so you don't feed the state. From the state with a nickel won't be a lost issue with many either. Ironically, this is the biggest motivation for many activists to get involved in this project. What many interested in politics miss, and what makes many of my supported efforts different, is the emphasis on how the activism makes people feel. Intellectually understanding something pales in significance with how somebody feels about something. A good feeling about something you agree with evolves into active support. Agree with my methods or not, I hope you'll understand why I take on these sorts of projects in the order that I do. Positive emotions first for such a government-opposed issue like this. Positive emotions first for such a government-opposed issue like this. This is going to be opposed by the government. They don't like it. I already want people feeling good about it before they even get their, propaganda going. Who are the good guys and who are the bad guys? The why will be self-evident as time passes. This project is hoped to be as large as the Love Project around the philosophy of an unknown 70-plus-year-old congressman from Texas. First, we associated Ron Paul with a loving revolution. The why became well understood over time. Emotion is a powerful tool. This is why governments use fear and anger as often as they do to manipulate the populace. But these emotions are very corrosive and create unpleasant side effects that make the emotions of love and peace of mind, etc., all the more welcome. So the more you might hate the state, the more you should spread the love. Having a nickel put in your parking meter to help prevent $30 to $60 or more to the state that uses the resource to further enslave you is a welcome demonstration of at least a nickel's worth of love. Those with other ideas always get the same response from me. Waiting on you now. So you got a better idea? I'm like, waiting on you now, waiting on you now, waiting on you now. It is most beneficial for me to create an infrastructure. This is where all the artwork is. This is what the theme is. This is what's happening. Now, Starchild is a good friend of mine out of San Francisco. He's a Libertarian Party activist and so on. The Libertarian National Party started getting wind of this. And he asked me, he's going, yeah, I'm not a big, this is great and wonderful and blah, blah, blah. I'm not a big fan of having Ben Bernanke morphed into the werewolf and the silver bullets and taken him out. Look what happened to Gabrielle Giffords. And I got a good point. We don't really emphasize that. I suspect it's going to kind of happen anyway. And that's the one thing that the media will jump on. Oh, yeah. It's almost worth it just for them to do that. But, do you want to be advocating, the silver bullet? So I'm more akin to, if we can do like some movies have, is they depict the Federal Reserve not as a person, but as a thing that's morphed into what. So if we can get away with that, we'll do that. But, a lot of people are going to be doing what they're going to do. I haven't done anything. We're just up there. Yeah, who has a silver bullet? Who's going to take out the Fed? Oh, Ron Paul, his Lone Ranger, Tonto's Rand or something. And the Federal Reserve's got to be the werewolf. Who depicts that, or we, come up with something generic. This has already started, and it's growing. Banners are done for the show. We have the gun show owner coming on Friday afternoon. He's all up to speed on it. This is going to be very interesting how this evolves, but we're not going to force it. We're not going to push it. We're not going to make it all work and everything. We're just going to show up, have some information, be all good. It's going to go nationwide. You just back off and let it go. Don't try to control. You want to kill a movement, try to control it. I know this. I'm glad I could share it with you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Another great show, I'm sure. Thanks to Sierra, the producer. She always gets us hooked up. Doesn't she? Yeah, send her an email. Yeah, let her know. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
This is Ernest Hancock. I'm publisher of freedomsphoenix.com and the radio talk show host of Declare Your Independence. Now, I want to give you my personal endorsement of a wealthy U.S. citizen that is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He's produced a video for you. It's a real eye-opener, and I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to watch it. www.endofamerica, the numbers 1 and 7.com. Endofamerica17.com. This video has the history of how we got where we are now and where we're going and why. Now, it's a lengthy video. It'll be about 20 minutes, but you need to watch this so you understand what's going to happen to this country and how you can protect your wealth and even benefit financially. Now, you go there. It's free. I want you to watch this video. You need to have this information so that you can survive the economic collapse that's coming to America. It's not if, it's when. That's End of America, the numbers 1 and 7.com. After you watch it, you'll understand why I endorse it.